welcome to the show, Mr. Matomola Likwanya.
Thank you, comrade. Thank you so much.
Right, so today we have very important discussions to have, and I really wanted to focus on a few things. Do you believe, as a UPND member, that PF is still ruling and controlling Zambia?
Well, the answer is very simple. Whenever there is a change of government, the previous regime, okay, the people that served in that government, in most instances, okay, they are reshuffled, they are changed, they are replaced with a new system, because the new government that comes in with a new president, the president comes in with new ministers, different MPs, and that is expected even in parastatals, in director positions, in different positions. So when the PF took over power, they did the same. They came up with their own machinery. Michael certified district commissioners, directors of ZESCO and different institutions. The ambassadors were recalled. Now that we have formed government as UPND, it is not new. It is something that even happened in the previous times. The situation is different from what President Hakainde Hichilema has done. He has tried to set a precedence that he can read a government with some of the elements that were in the previous government. The UPND government is not entirely consisting of UPND, because in our manifesto we've not put a clause in our constitution that says that for you to hold a position in the government as a director, you must be a PF or a UPND member. The PF did that. They had a constitution that stipulated that if you were to be a director or a senior person in the parastatal or in government, you must be a PF card carrying member. The UPND government doesn't have such a clause in its constitution. So what that means is that there are some people who have been left like that because these people, they feel that they delivered. However, speaking not for the party, but speaking as an individual, I want to agree with you that there are some elements in this government that were in the PF government, and these are people that, number one, contributed to the torture, the brutality of innocent civilians at the time that we were in the oppositions. One of those is the police. I was arrested for 27 days, denied police bond, denied food, denied access to my lawyers and my family. The people that arrested me are still there. The people that said we'll never give you police bond, that breaked the law with impunity, they are still there serving as senior principal officers, senior principal CIO officers. The people that contributed to firing live ammunitions and bullets and tear gas on innocent citizens for merely exercising their democratic rights, these senior police officers are still in power. Our appeal to the president and the UPND government has always been that such people must be fired, must be repressed. The answer is to some extent the PF elements that oppressed even President Hakainde Hichilema himself are there, and they are frustrating his efforts. Talk about the prisons. President Hakainde Hichilema went in there for treason case, a crime that he did not do. There are some officers that were instructed to put him in cells that were inhuman. They locked him up in what was called solitary confinement, where he's the only one there. And these people, they had the capacity to be used to inflict pain on him. These are people, even in this government, they can still be used to commit crimes. That is why we are saying that for you to read a country very well, you need to have your own people sitting in critical positions because they have your back. Here is the narrative. For over 20 years, there are people that were watching President Hakainde Hichilema's back. He never paid them salaries. He never gave them allowances. And these people were there watching his back. So now that we are in power, they cannot betray. But we have got another person B, who at the time that President Akande Chilema was aspiring to be president, they never saw a vision in him. Rather, they sided with an enemy to accuse him of treason. They wanted him to be locked up in prison for the rest of his life for a treasonable charge. These are people that were treacherous, betrayers, Judas Iscariots. These are the people we are saying must be fired. They must be shown the exit door because they were not loyal. Rather, the new people that hold the agenda, that believe in the manifesto and the visions of President Akande Chilema must come in. So elements of the PF, comrade, are there, they are alive and well. And that is the reason why, to a larger extent, people of this country seem not to be seeing some certain changes in certain areas, like the Zambia police, like the council. You go to UTH today, the same doctors and nurses that were smuggling drugs and taken to private pharmaceuticals. And when you go in a private pharmaceutical, you see drugs with a government seal. Those are there. Why don't we fire them? President Akande Chilema, your people, us, we are here. We are saying fire those people without reserve.